Right, welcome back to Bloodstock 2017, and I've been joined by a very busy Björn from Soilwork, and real hectic time for the band at the minute, Björn. I mean, you're playing main stage a little later today, on what's a pretty hectic festival circuit at the minute for you. How are you coping with all the travelling and?
Yeah, I mean it's been worse. You know, I mean we had some time off in July, like the whole month basically, and I actually got to go on a normal vacation. I haven't done that for 10 years. So I'm good, you know. It's we have this festival, and then we have 2 weeks off, and then we're doing another one in Germany, and that's it for this summer. But you know, May and June was really busy, so it's pretty rough flying back and forth every weekend, you know. And you come home and you sort of settle down a little bit, go back to your normal routines, and you're off again, you know. So before you know it, but it's it's great.
When you played Wacken a few weeks ago, that was a midnight, early morning slot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's too late.
I was going to ask you, how does that feel? Is it kind of weird?
Yeah, it was a little bit weird, and it was 13 degrees Celsius as well. It was pretty rough for the voice as well. But I think we have a really big crowd, and we were playing in this huge tent, and right before we started playing, it was rain coming in, so that was actually good. So everybody was like sort of forced to go into it's like, perfect, good timing. But yeah, it was a good show, but a little bit too late, I would say.
And do you tailor the festival set slightly different, obviously, I guess, to a normal tour show, don't you? There's time constraints for a start, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Today we have 45 minutes. Some other festivals, you know, we're doing 1 hour and sometimes 1:15. So yeah, I mean, it's sort of hard to sum up a whole career in 45 minutes, you know. We have 10 albums out, so it's, But I think we found a really good set list, and it's going to be good.
Staying on the live front for just a moment, I mean, you've got a cracking tour, it sounds it anyway, but in November, isn't it? You're doing Sweden and Norway and Finland, so that sounds like a really good trek on the road for you there.
Yeah, it's perfect length too. It's about like 10 days or so. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And we have a local band, very promising young band with us as well, called Cronus. It's the best band I've heard coming out of Helsingborg since we started. I was going to say, but in that genre, it's a fantastic band, really talented young kids. So they're coming with us as well on that tour. So that's going to be cool.
Big step up for them as well, being under your wings, so to speak.
They're going straight into the tour bus as well. They're not doing the van thing. It's like
spoiled.
Yeah,
spoiled them.
Spoiled brats.
If I turn to the Rarities album for just a second, how difficult was that to put together? Because as you said, I mean, you got so much career material to condense. Was it difficult putting that together? Or?
Well, I think it all started with the EP that we released in Japan exclusively, called Beyond the Infinite, and I think we pissed off the rest of the world for, you know, it was like, why you're not releasing this in the rest of the world? Like, you know, why Japan? And it's like, well, we have a long relationship with Japan. You know, we came there already on the first album, '98, so we wanted to give them something special, but then, because there was such a high demand for that EP, we decided to take that and dig through the vaults as well, because there was so much stuff that was actually really good and that we haven't heard for years, you know. So that was sort of exciting to go through that, and it ended up being a pretty interesting album. You know, you can see sort of the band evolving through the years musically and songwriting wise, and 2 brand new songs on there as well. So I think it's a pretty interesting document.
Was it weird hearing some of that? As you say, you probably not listened to some of those tunes for.
It was weird. It was like, wow, we actually recorded that one. Is that us? Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting. I think it was sort of, I don't know, inspiring in some weird way too.
And why did you decide to put that together at this point in time? Did it just feel right? Just feel natural to do that?
Yeah, I mean, it started with the EP, as I said before. It's like, oh, we should make this available for the rest of the world as well, you know. And then it's like, well, we have so much other stuff. Let's put together something interesting, you know.
Yeah. Does it feel like a new era for the band right now? I know Bastian's sort of now a permanent member, although he's been involved for quite a while, hasn't he? But does it feel like, you know, a new guy coming in?
I think it's good. You know, he's only 25 years old, so I think he is bringing a lot of fresh thinking as well.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm 39 years old and been doing it for 20 years. But sometimes it's good if there's like somebody young like Bastian coming in, a fantastic musician and a fantastic guy, with so many ideas, and he's way better at social media than anybody else in the band. Because it's just one of those things like, oh, now we have to be really good at social media as well. It's not enough with the music, So I think he brought a lot of fresh new blood and ideas into
it all
the
goes
band.
hand in hand, the social media stuff now, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, you can't avoid it.
No.
You can't avoid it. So.
I mean, it's either you're really good at it or you just disappear. One way or the other, yeah.
So what's next for Soilwork now then, the new material-wise? Are you planning the next studio album, so to speak?
Yeah, we're
writing?
slowly approaching songwriting mode, and we have some ideas here and there, a couple of songs maybe, and then hopefully hitting the studio in sometime in the spring. So yeah. So that'll be exciting.
So you'll be aiming for sort of middle towards the end of next year then, I guess, realistically?
Yeah, so maybe fall, like September, October release. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Night Flight Orchestra before that as well, the other band that I have with David. So yeah.
Not that you get much time off, but what's a perfect Björn day off away from music? Is it sort of hiking, cooking?
Cooking,
flying?
definitely. Cooking, yes.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic for me, and I live really close to nature. I like to take long walks. I like to run and take a dip in a lake, stuff like that. I really enjoy it.
You find that sort of important to re-energize yourself and focus?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, it's great to see you on these shows again, obviously, and I know you're going to tear up the main stage a bit later. But best of luck with the rest of the festivals, and of course the tour later in the year. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.